You're alive. Nobody is on us yet. This is a Saturday night with a difference. Wherever you are, come on out and join on today so we can have a grand time together. And today you want to share your company. So let's come and have a little time together. Whatever you're doing, if you cannot leave it, you can go back. And today is here. Come on out, everybody. Come on out, everybody. Want to do a little sharing. Want to have a little fun. Come on out, people. It is almost. I see I have a company. I see somebody. Don't run away and leave me. You're the first person here. It's it's almost 9:02. It's 9:01 and a half. Almost 9:02. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Wow. Who's this person? Gina Remix. Gina Remix. Hi. Good evening. Hi, Dina. Hi, Herbert. Hi, guys. How are you doing? How are you people doing? Gina, Herb, Hubert. You having a nice good morning. And now we are in tonight. It's after 9 p.m. now. Now it's after 9 p.m. I am fine. It's okay. It's okay. So where you are having morning. So it's not a big deal. You're having morning and I'm having nighttime. So guys, when you come on in, you like up the live, touch the thumbs up the screen twice. You see thumbs up button will go. If not, you can go and touch the like. Darcy single can okay, Darcy. Thank you, Edmond. Hubert, I would not know until when I end the live. I will see that you subscribe. How are you doing, Dorson and Hubert? How are you guys doing? Are you having morning? I'm having nighttime. I'm, I'm at 9:05 p.m. How was your day? Guys, how was your day? Okay. So what time of day are you having there now, Hubert? What time of day are you having? Hi, Tetia. Good evening. How are you? I just come on about 5 minutes ago. I'm happy to see you. I did not come on last night. I was a little tired because I started the live a little earlier. I started live a little early in the evening, right? So I carried on until about pretty close to about 6 or after 6, somewhere there. I had it for almost 3 hours, I think. So then I say I wouldn't bother to come back on in the night. And believe me, that yeah, so we had rain from last night into this morning, and the time has been very chilly. It's in the 60s now. So I couldn't go out again today. So you see, so many weeks have passed. Okay, you're in India. Okay. So what time of day is it there now in India? What time of day is it now in India? I'm at 9 p.m. Yes, I had an appointment in the early part of the day, a 7:20 appointment, and I woke up from after 3. And then once I'm to go somewhere, I don't sleep that much. So, I've been, so when I actually left, I was so early for the appointment. I think so. When I do get back, I felt so tired. Oh, it's 6:39 a.m. Okay, okay. So what are you doing now, Hubert? It's morning time. Are you going out to water the plants or to give the dog a walk? If you have a dog, are you getting ready for breakfast? Are you going to do your morning chores, Hubert? Are you going to lay in bed? So you'll be having, what day would you be having there now? That means you'll be having Sunday morning, right? You'll be having Sunday morning. And that's how the time goes. So I don't know, it's 6:39. Yes, Sister T. And I see some things like you start to do something. I saw, I don't think you understand what your question is about, Hubert. If I say it's 9 p.m. here, what does PM stands for? And you say you're having morning, 6:39 in the morning. I'm having 9 p.m. here now. Mine is about 9:05 p.m. Lord Jesus, man. Tetia, I don't know. I had to really go and look. And I see where you have this thing, but no content. And you can just do a little content, one little something. But if you're not ready to start it, I don't want to force you. Because the things that you tell me that you do, you could also do that as a content, but don't rush. When the time is right. But then I went and I said, whoa, Sister T. I felt so good. Sister T is on the ball. But when you're ready, because the thing is, once you start, you have to finish the requirement. within 365 days, which is a year. So that is why now when we do the videos and we realize that persons are not watching them, because you have to go back now to pressure yourself to get the watch hours. Because most people don't watch videos. They prefer to come and do live. I like doing live now. I like doing the live now. Yes, I went. I was so happy and I smiled and said, wow, Sister T is starting up. But that's why I'm not pressuring. I felt so good. I felt so, but like, because there's no content now, I can't. That's why nobody can add you because they you add you. Hubert Edmond. What are you saying, Hubert? Hi, Sam News. Hi, Lucy Warrenswell. How are you doing? Lucy never seems to can write a word. Lucy only look and give me the different type of emojis. Right, Lucy? Right, Lucy? When I come on your live, I don't hear any sound, but I see. But it's just as good. Hi, Gabriel. I realize that you allow few persons to first you, but I imagine that you were resting. You had a heavy day today, so you were resting, and then no, you couldn't. Yes, thank you very much, Tetia. Thank you very much. I was about to reach. I was about to reach. I was just getting a little closer to deleting. Because when I delete these days, I just put them permanent. 24 hours, I make them go on. But they don't serve any purpose. They don't serve any purpose. They cannot have a proper discussion. They're always saying things that are irrelevant. Yes, so Joshua, what's happening? What's happening, Joshua? What's happening, Joshua? How was your day been? Bye, Edmund. Some of you are going to rub them in because the thing is, they don't need to come in that sort of behavior. I'm not lonely. I am not lonely, and I'm not lonely because I'm on YouTube. I'm lonely. I'm not lonely. I just want to share my space with others. So anybody think I'm lonely, they are wrong. And if my subscribers and my friends didn't want me to share their space, they wouldn't come on. Me serious, I'm blocking people. I'm not up to any for chatting. Because as I went over on a live earlier tonight, and I will mention the person name, and I was so embarrassed. The comment the lady was doing oh God, still there. And the way by Edmond, so the way how they put some comments, and you know what happened? Some of those who were really putting those bad comments, they were in blue jackets. The lady was so she looked and somebody to tell her to Just keep focused on the interview that she was having. They write all sorts of rude things. So maybe at the end of the interview, she may just get rid of them permanently. It was so embarrassing. I had to leave. So whenever they start the attitude, people tend to want to go because that's what they want. They want to control. I don't want anybody coming for control. Go, and some of them, then they had a channel and they run them way. Maybe YouTube banned them. They don't have anywhere to go. They don't have any other space to go to. So they try to fit into other people's space. And I'll tell them that they're unwelcome. They're unwelcome. I don't want nobody coming. Anybody coming up, I have this in my hand, just get rid of them. Right? We're not going to do. I try not to block persons, but once I see the behaviors coming up, I was just to do one, but somebody forced me to it. Yeah, so tomorrow will be Father's Day. I'm told I do have my father as passed on, and I don't, you don't really have any father figure much when you reach a certain age because it's like you don't need them, but it's not so. You will have people that you communicate with, but in a strange country, yeah, right. So you try to sort of behave in a manner that is acceptable to their type of culture. So I would not readily. I don't know a lot of persons here. I don't even know the people them on the street enough where I live because there's so many. And the culture is different. People may say hi, they may not. They more to say hi if they're in the supermarket, in the stores. But on the road, they're passing, they're driving, they're going about their business. And nobody toots the horn to say, well, back home you toot the horn, signaling to somebody a hello. So that's where it goes. Yeah. So I imagine those fathers are anticipating those nice treatments from their children. And those fathers who did not do anything for their children, how they are going to feel bad if those children doesn't call them or come and take them out and let them feel nice. Some fathers they don't do anything for their children, but when it comes to Father's Day, they want to be mentioned. You know, and when you compare Father's Day and Mother's Day over the years, I don't know why Father's Day is so low keyed. Mother's Day, people start talking about it as early as after somewhere in March coming down, right? People start talking about it. But you don't hear anything. It's just not too long ago I say, wait, tomorrow is Father's Day. Nobody, you don't hear anything. Not the advertisement. It is so, so low keyed. What is happening to your fathers? What is happening? What is happening, guys? What is happening? There are no, yeah, that here is an, I don't know if in the cities people may pay more. But when we look at nobody, you know, nobody try to know you. Maybe if you're working, your coworkers may put an extra interest in trying to know something about you. But you are going to church and nobody not put out the effort to know you. You know, and the church is there. They worship so different. Nobody not really know you. But that's how it is. That's why I say it's not easy to adapt to a person's culture. Mm-mm. Not easy. But if you're too gullible, you're going to be left hanging because you're going to accept theirs and drop yours. And sometimes theirs is not of a higher quality. And you become confused. Yeah. So I have not sung the welcome song yet. And Tetia, although you're late, I was waiting to see more persons But I'm going to sing the welcome song before it gets too far gone. All right, it's a few minutes after the time, right? One, two, three, rhythm. Welcome, welcome to Auntie D. Welcome to Auntie D. It's a pleasure to have you here. We are one big family. Welcome, welcome to Auntie D. Welcome to Auntie D. It's a pleasure to have you here. We are one big family. Welcome, welcome to Auntie D. Welcome to Auntie D. It's a pleasure to have you here. We're one big family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome one, welcome two, welcome three. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Auntie D TV. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Let me see if I can read this now. Okay, okay. No, Tetia, what I saying? On Father's Day here, they keep playing. They keep playing. I remember Mama. They may keep cursing tomorrow evening, man. Wow, because nobody is talking about Father's Day. It surprised me. And say over the years, that's how it has been. They don't have, me don't know, and me don't know. The father role thing gone. Mother's Day, the gone just the other day when my neighbor called me and tell me that they couldn't get any space in the grill. Every restaurant book, crowd, everybody, people that some make reservations when they go gone. Some never make, them get. It was one chaos all around. I heard that this past Mother's Day was one of the biggest. Everywhere was booked out, right? Thank you very much, Joshua. Thank you. So that's a good question you're asking. I leave it for those in the chat to answer to. But the emphasis. Exactly. Thank you, Joshua. I'm glad that you saw that because I didn't even notice it. Just trying to as I noticed him, you were trying to overdo and overdo. But you see, I love you people. I'm glad when you people see it before I do. That's the purpose of the blue coat to me being watchful. Because they will just, these people that come, these strollers, they come and cause other persons not to want to stay because nobody wants to be in their company. That's not like that. I can imagine. Maybe, you know, to laugh. I believe you. Because I don't hear any song playing about father. I remember a song that they used to play when it wasn't for Father's Day. Um, the man who worked on the field. Wow. But you don't hear anything. You don't hear anything. These men, with respect to you, Joshua, with due respect to you being a man, I know there are good fathers out there too, but I don't know about global. Even okay, I was on the internet all week, even this evening. Hello, Francisco. And I don't see anything about father. Nothing mentioned. So you want to tell me it's a global thing that fathers are not recognized? It has to be global. There was nothing about father. Nothing. Nothing at all. So I don't know tomorrow now. People are going to put out and send to father. The father figure is bad, it's not visible. What are we? Are the women? And you see, if they put out some women are like fathers, to their children. They go out and they work and they make provision. That's very beautiful, me too. And the law is making it know that the fathers should put their name on their child's birth certificate from wherever the child was born, whether the child was born in the hospital or at home. But if some fathers doesn't show up because they claim that sometimes they have to do DNA to make sure that the child is theirs. Very few, unless they are married. And I don't know, I saw earlier this year where they were saying that, maybe you guys would have heard it too, that the men, I think they say 90% of the men there back home, they are given jackets. If you know what I mean, I just said as it was. They are given jackets, whether they are married or unmarried. So I don't know if that's why that is a problem, because the father figure in the home is not there. So you end up with a lot of single parent who are mothers and fathers together. They go out and work. They take care of the family's needs, and so they do it by themselves. And look at now tonight to be a night where you hear things. The stores have Mother's Day special. You understand? The stores put out people dress even to go out to have a meal, whether it's a brunch or a lunch or a dinner or a supper. No, nobody know. The place is filled with women. Sons taking out their mothers and daughters taking out their mothers. Husband taking out their wives too, treating them to a happy Mother's Day. Now look at it tonight. No, you don't hear anything. You see flowers going around. Nothing. But I think something has to be done. Every year, I keep hearing the same thing. Because the people see it as an imitation of the Mother's Day. Maybe they would have to have something other than the basket. You know, they have to have something. Or they go and join up together and put the mother and the father's day on the same day. Then it won't look so bad. But by having Father's Day by itself, to me, mm-mm, it is not improving. It is very embarrassing. The few children that are taking out their fathers is a little tip on the little finger. Not even the left hand or one hand. It's a little tip. You know, I don't know. You thought somebody mentioned about what about God's day? That's the same way. The Lord made the day. Hi, Pat Kitchen. How are you doing? How are you doing? The people they don't want any basket. What are they going to give? I think I don't know. What are they going to put in the basket now? They may have to put in what? Say I think they should put money. I don't know, but what would a man need? They cannot put shoes. They may put shirt and underclothes. Happy to know that you're great. And I would have gotten a little bit of soup or drink some of that soup, but boy, my hands are too short in reaching the front of the line. Hi, Lisa. A lot of that is happening. A lot of that is happening. Yeah. Hi, shit. Hi. Somebody say put some Caribbean food in the basket. What is it that it's not looking nice? Hi Cheryl. Good night. How are you? Some Cheryl, what you have a thing that you do. Girl, I would have do well with a pot of soup. With some of that soup. They look so rich, although you say you don't have no. You don't know. If you can manage it, put it up in containers and put it in the freezer. And you tell me about it afterwards. When you're going to use it again, make sure you put it in the freezer though. Or in the fridge, not in the freezer, in the fridge. And when you're going to use it again, add a little noodle to spice it up and add butter. You know how much water to add with a cup or half a cup. And bring it up again and tell me if it tastes better than the one that you just did. Tell me about it. Because it looks like when we fix things, we put it up for a day or two and fix it up again. I don't know what is happening to the men. It is so sad. Same thing. They come by and drink it off. So the men, they don't take life serious. I don't think they do. Or maybe they don't understand. Joshua, I'm not hitting out at you. But what is wrong with look how many years? When I was a child, because everything looked like yesterday. As the song say, only yesterday when I was sad. Right? Hi. You're saying good morning. No, we're nowhere in the world you live in. No. When I was a child, and I remember when it comes to Mother's Day, you can't even wait for the morning to come. You're so anxious to go and do breakfast. At that time, we didn't have the big stove like now. So everybody want to run out and do everything, and they tell mommy to sit down, sit down. It's your day. When father time come, here father, when you're trying to make him feel good, oh no, I don't sit down and be able to say. It's like the father they don't understand. And to me, that thing has been growing and growing. The fathers are not really interested in Father's Day. Mm-mm. They're not really interested. Yes, but what we are saying, thank you for that point, Ronald. It's very wise. But we are saying children are someone who the father would have shown respect and love to, would want to go public or want to make that father feel nice. What could that person do? What could that daughter or son do? Yes, you sit and listen, which is so important. But you want it other than taking him to a restaurant or giving him a gift wrapped up nicely, right? Yeah. So all those things take away the joy. So if he has a wife with children, he has his family, and he go down the road a couple blocks away and get another baby and go down the road again. So how is he going to share himself? Is he going to take all those children to his home, matrimonial home, and they all have a grand time? That may happen. That may not happen often. Those children are going to feel they want him in their space, right? And then Warren, I don't know what you're trying to tell me with those faces. I don't know. I don't understand. So why the father them? They're not pulling up. They're not pulling up. I don't know, but I don't see them pulling up. And if they don't pull up, the sons are going to come. You won't accept it. Tell me why you won't accept it. Let us talk, man. We are sharing. Tell us, man. Tell us why. What? Because I want to dig. I want people to. Some of us have good fathers, but tell me why you won't accept it, Lati. Cheryl. Everything I call you Lati. I had a friend named Lati some time ago. Yes, that's true. Some fathers take care of children that are not theirs. What do you mean fathers don't pull up because the mother is rude? What do you mean by that, Ronald? That father don't pull up. What would the mother be doing? That would be rude for the father to want to pull up. You'd have to explain it a little more. I don't understand what they're trying to say. Some children, that's what I was saying. Some mothers are a lot. That is why I go and say, when I say single parent, I'm mainly mothers. Okay, I understand. I get it now, Ronald. I get the point. It's mainly the mothers, are single parent. You will find very rare a father who's a single parent. Most times, if he's a single parent, it's either the wife or so passed on, or the lady, his partner broke off and run away and leave him with the child or so. You know, that is it. That's agree with Ronald too. That is true. And level, and how can this keep continuing? How? That is it. That is it. So the men are condemning them own self. So when them have songs, I remember that song, must have um Galina Bongo. Look how much take one thing, one piece of stick can tie bongo. Exactly. So there's no way. When they told me that the restaurants were booked, everybody trying to take out their mother, even to a restaurant for her to be fed. Because no people at home. The time you're going to fix up the dinner is what you want a little different space. They took out their mothers. But tell you guys, you have some mothers that are failures. But you have some they work really hard for their kids. You have some mothers that cannot say anything negative about their children. No matter how it is difficult, they are going through some difficult time. You can't say anything about their children. They will stand up for their children. And because of that, you find that bonding, that's my opinion. You find that bonding between mothers and their children, be they boys and or girls, is very firm. Especially when the children see where the fathers would walk away to another relationship and leave their mother with them. Sometimes those children, they're struggling and they come out to be the best. And sometimes company lure them away and they go into groups and the works. But you see, when a mother stand up for her children, go and do domestic work or menial jobs, and sends through a pay partner, send their children to school clean and nice. You have some mothers, they give the best to their children, the best. Lord, little, you know what I'm going to look out for? I'm going to look out if 119. Guys, I don't really mean it anyway. I think 119. That's why he said something about this lady who said her husband is her boss and the type of listen for 119. Guys, if you are in Jamaica or wherever you are, listen for 119 drama. And Miss Showing when coming by tomorrow evening. There's it's not going to be a drama. Yeah, me and my I grew up with both parents, but the woman, the mother is always there. Well, and the mother is not 100% because they both go. But even 90% of the time, the child can approach his or her mother. Sometimes the money is finished that the father gives the mother. The mother go to the shop and take things on credit, or the mother take time and go borrow from her friend. And I watch this particular YouTube blogger. He's very big now. And when he talk about growing up, his father never wasn't there for him. And today, he is one of those top persons, right? So the fathers them lost with due respect to the men. And when you look at it, you have women that does the trolling on the internet. But majority of them are men. They are males. Mothers have to think ahead. Okay, we know that school close about to close early by the first week of July. Most school close. So starting this month of June, most schools are doing exam. Mother start to look about, inquire about the textbook. She start to inquire about shoes, back to school gears and all of that. You understand me? So when July, you go into the stores, it's back to school. Who is it going up and down with the children? Well, Ronald, that do happen. But, when they have that sort of relationship, where mother gone outside to somebody. Ronald, I know you're in a spot and you have to defend the men, but I do understand your point. I respect your point, right? Because some women are not satisfied, whatever the reasons are. Some are greedy. Some are getting everything. They're getting everything in the home, but they are never yet satisfied. They want to go and show off with their friends. I'm not saying that you're wrong. So they want to dress bossy, and some of them treat the men them like are no good, right? And then now the children they come and adopt the same principle when they have somebody do the same thing. But I feel most of the time, I've seen the mom, I think I said 80% or so. Okay, that's beautiful, Trinity, that you watch you fall asleep, but how many dad does that? How many dad, okay, how many dad really, when the child says good night, does he answer sentence and say, good night, did you say your prayers? Have a good night. He may say, all right. That's what the father might say. He said, good night, daddy. All right. Good night. And he never get up and go and look if the windows or the doors were properly closed. He may be there talking on the phone, or he may be playing domino with his friends or something. Or he's probably not, he's tipsy. So, you know, you go into school, the father will give the mother the money. So it's like the mother. All this, that's why the mothers, the women, they always have gray hair early. And they have to dye their hair. He had a show in Portmore. Um, I think was it Mother's Day? I don't remember. It was Mother's Day weekend. I understand Ronald has to defend his point because he's a male, and I agree with you to a point, right? But sometimes the children are left. Don't think we're not saying that they are not good fathers. We do have some good fathers. We do have some women who leave the man, go and live with somebody else, and even leave their children and go to another country. Some are married to their partner. You're a female, okay. Because that's the near Ronalds. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm saying too that some men, they do good things. Some women, they like to cheat. The man, it goes both ways. The woman will cheat, the man will cheat. But we find that most of the time it's the men cheat. Because some men, they cannot pass anything. Everything is attracted. And you have some women out there, they are set like magnet. As they get a little look, they grab. And they will take everything. And the man will go home at the end of the week without any pay. And she gets everything. She will go to the workplace and even meet him. And she takes what she wants and give him the little bit to take home. Then there's going to be a problem at home because the money will not be enough to cover the bills and to do everything. So the woman is now left to go out and work. I believe women should work. I believe. Because I believe it's a way of helping. Somebody was saying that to me earlier today that a woman's place is in the home. Because she's to care for the children, keep the house going, and take care of the man's everything. But I still look at it as too much on one person because matter how rich the person is. Yeah, that's what I was saying. No matter how rich a person is, being a woman, I believe, even if the pay is cheap, very cheap, I still want to go because you get some satisfaction in going out. Going out, you're meeting with others. You're not just. Can you imagine being in the house every day, tidy house, clean up house, sort out clothes, wash clothes. After a while, when the work is done, what are you going to do? So you cook the dinner, you wait until everybody together, you eat, you clean up again, and the same going day, every day, every day. I think you're going to get bored. You have to do something, man. Something has to be done with your time. It cannot be just in the home. In the home, you dust the cobweb, you clean the windows. How many times are you going to do that? Within a certain time, all of those duties are done. All of those duties are done. So what are you going to do? When you finish all the work in the house, father comes home, he's fresh because he's out all day meeting people. Listen, what you saying? Don't make me feel so bad. Because no man, Pat, I want you to say something and I don't want me. I want us to talk, man. These are topics I like, I want us to talk. I don't want me alone talking. Ronald is saying that a man gets bored working. The man gets bored working so hard and he gets run down. And then he has sometimes there's at the workplace, they undergo stress. And when he gets home, he may not say it to you. And one of the reasons too, why I believe a woman should also work. It don't matter what type of work, as long as it's a decent that can bring in something, no matter how small. What if when something happens to the man, he gets sick, he cannot work, or he become unalive, maybe through accident or something? Is that the time the woman is going to go to work? You know, she, or the bill is going to be paid. So no matter what, exactly, Sister T, they move up the ladder, and you find that if you look in the churches, in the schools, in the offices, if you look around us, you find that women are really going up there now. There are some jobs a woman would not do in times gone past. No, there's no job that is out there that a woman will not attack. You go into the colleges, 90% are females. You see, at one time, there were only male doctors. Now look how many female doctors we have. You still have just men as managers, men as prime ministers. You see that it's changing. They're having more females. You look in the churches, you're having females in leadership position. There were times they would just be sitting down. Only go to church and sit down. Right? But women are active. And I think they are great thinkers too. And then when the woman speaks, that they would say the woman wants to wear the pants. That means she wants to behave like she's a ruler. And sometimes the woman has to push the man to save something. Sometimes when the woman tell the man to bring home the money, the check or whatever, they look at the payslip. They have to put in them to save. If you leave it to the men, they retire with nothing. And when they choose to go to college, there's no money. So I believe that the man's role is fading out. And it is sad. It is really sad. The man, they say behind every strong man, is it so? There's a strong woman. So the men, I don't know, guys. I that I don't know. In a while from this, there won't be any men around. There are going to be women. Because the men are they are not standing up. Yeah, man, I believe so. Brother, if you're single, you must work. And if you live together, you must work. That's the only way can help us out of slavery. The only thing that can give you free. You can imagine some women who never work. And I've been here, guys, and I see some people going working all at Walmart all over the place. They can hardly walk. They are in retirement. And they can't walk because they have nothing to go home and sit down. It's not like Jamaica where you can go buy a piece of land or, you know, you can do something. You have to, because here it is different. You understand? You have to. It's, and that's why some people become homeless because there was no form of saving, nothing done, and illnesses overcome them. So they cannot work. Some they reach the age to retire, they stop them. They cannot sit down. They had no plan. They live in rented apartment. 2 weeks ago, I saw they show a very huge building, apartment where people live in. And they said so many millions of dollars were owed there. So they gave people I think a week's notice to be out. So, you know, and there were persons there who can hardly walk, all sorts of things, but they don't have any money. So people becomes homeless because they didn't save. And some the little that they work, minimum wage, it cannot help them to go and have anything. So they have a lot of homeless. I was watching this blogger who was showing people living under a bridge when the tide is high. You can imagine build house all in the water. When the tide is high, the people them had to come out of the house and go somewhere until the tide go back low. If that's all they have is what is in their pants. And even when they're going to school, the little girls them, that's all they see. And that's what's sweet. And then that's all they have that to control. Right? They have that to control. So I don't know. That I'm not straying, but I don't know what is going to happen for the men. And they know if the men they move with too much men, then they get a labeling. But who are they going to team up to come to anything? And if the women them, but I don't think they label the women as fast as the men. But they always label the men. They are always being labeled. And I don't know what is going to happen to these men. I think they may soon take out the Father's Day. And just, but you see, once you have mother, you have to have father. Or they may just call it Family Day. I think in the end, it's going to work out to be that. Family Day said both mother, father, children. Like how they are saying that Saturday is not some well, it's been said that Saturday is not the Sabbath. Sunday is the Lord's Day. Right? But then I read in the Bible the Sabbath was made for man. And then someone's going to say that the Sabbath is done away with. It's Sunday, and Sunday is the Lord's Day. So it has been contradicting with many people. So I try not to open that topic. I tried my best not to open it. But it's fact still remain that the role of the man is being lost. Let me say it's being lost. So the effectiveness of having a good Father's Day, take out your father, sit down with him and have a good talk, have a good meal, or having it at home. When the fathers are not, I don't know, they are not present. And they think they should only put down the money, the financial part of it. They don't think about the emotional. It need a balance. Both persons need to come and create a balance. You can imagine you have Mother's Day and the father or the husband and the children take out their mom. I see it, I watch it, and it looks so nice. And when Father's Day, the few who take out their husband and children, or just the husband alone. But the children are always, trying to make it look nice. So they will not want to leave their mom at home and care about the father alone. You know? Yes. That is true because they know that their time is limited. And then the younger ones know just hold on to what they can get. And they're head over ears with the younger ones. They don't want their age group. They don't want their age group. They want the younger ones. As a matter of fact, all the female them too. They want the 20 to 30. They want, and then now they don't realize that when they, and they normally take some little people who don't really have any interest much. Mm-mm. It looks so. I don't see, I'm wondering too. I don't see any rules there to protect them. No rules there to protect them. Because when these men get head over heels with a 20 to 30, they know you can tell him anything for him not to go in that direction. Because there's something in his brain about they love the 20 to 30. Yes. Make them feel young. I don't know what the 20 to 30 do to make them feel young. They don't want to know their age. And I realize the older women too, they look in the same direction. And those men are women, they would have had children even older than who they are looking at. Yeah, the woman named Cougar. I thought was it the old one? Or the old one a sugar daddy and the young one a Cougar. Okay. Sister T, I don't know how you know so much things you know. So maybe it's true because the old woman have experience. So the younger person in their mind to me, they are just going after what they see the person have. So they will do all that they can and rub down the head. They will do everything because they have an intention. That could be so too, they have an intention. So the older one now talk about the grocery, to think of it when you have a good point. That is such a good point because I'm accustomed to hearing people say that. They go to the supermarket this week, it was that. They go back and I'm tired of these things, so and so and so happening. Take time using this, turn off the pipe, turn off the electricity, and they become miserable because they're in the reality of spending the money. Whereas the younger one doesn't matter. She just take it because she wants to live in the comfort. So the older man takes care of all the bills. And the young lady will not complain, even when she's wasting it. She will waste it. She will put things in the fridge and send it off to her family. And then she may tell us, say, it's finished, we need groceries, whatever. The younger women have their plan. But the old man just looking on the surface. And if the young woman just as much as, he forget everything in his brain is gone. And then the younger woman is smarter. So she knows how to and when to make the launching. So she knows how and when to launch and take him by surprise. And then he's just head over heels. I don't know why. And they will take out everything. And if the lady tries to pull away from them, they give up the ghost. They can't take it. They can't take it. They must be there. And they see somebody else taking over, they suddenly start not to feeling well and get a heart problem. The next thing you know that they are passed off. They are stressing themselves. Ronald, you have some solid points. Those are some solid points you're making there. Yeah. Yes, Pat. I see that you're here, Pat. You're back. Ronald, you're so perfectly right. Both want money, but one doesn't listen. You see that? Both of them wants the money, but one doesn't listen. One complains a lot, and it becomes like a nagging. So the man run to somebody younger now, where when he goes there, he is so at peace. He's feeling so accommodating. hmm So he enjoy and he feel nice, and they give him everything that he wants. He's happy. But when the lady say, "Come now, you're not, you look like a sick man." Ladies, people are living in an apartment building. I cannot laugh. If I laugh, they may knock. They may call down and wonder what is happening. Then how that happen? When them when they because you see what the older men fail to understand. They will leave their home with the wife and sometimes the children are big too, and on their own. You understand me? They're on their own with their family and their responsibility. So sometimes these men are getting their big pension and they're just tired of being around, you know, the one in the house. And the one just maybe nagging. Maybe the one else want him to go to church and he don't want to go to church. But he was not going to church before when they were newly married. Or maybe she want him to go someplace and he's not showing the interest. So she quarrel every time he's around. So he's going to run. So when he goes to the younger one now, if he's relaxed, he's comfortable, he will put on everything that he has. But remember, the younger one is not prepared to settle. The younger one just wants what he have, wants what he has, but he's not thinking like that because he has love. But the younger one don't have any love. She's looking for something. And anytime you look as if he's not well or she thinks she gets enough, she starts showing the real person she is. What happened? He go on home with a broken heart because he cannot tell the wife. He cannot tell the wife. So what is he going to do? Stay by himself and sometimes get mentally challenged. And then they sometimes go into Alzheimer's quickly, especially when they're in their 70s, you know, and they realize that the lady take everything and chase them away. And sometimes the women them bad too, They know so they want what the person have, And when they get it done, then trace them off and cuss them off, run them, and take somebody else and help run them away. And they cannot face back the house. They cannot face back the woman's place. Hi Simone, how are you? Good night. You know, they cannot face back the home. So the woman is always smarter. Maybe the woman was having maybe she had a relationship problem too, and that man might have gone off and leave her, and then she got somebody that she can squeeze. So she's going to squeeze him or not. She's not going to lose out this time. But he, the new person, would not know that until when she realized that she don't want any, around her anymore. She send him off back home. Go home. Go home. I saw Ronald. I saw the other day. It was somewhere on social media. How many times to the doctor was saying it, the body odor that older women have. Yeah, it's true. Older people, men, women, I don't know. The doctor had said it. there, he said in the article that when they are of a certain age, older, they don't want to shower. They don't want to shower, often, and then they carry an odor. At that time, no, it's more pronounced. So if you're not able, it may lead to Alzheimer's because they think the brain is trying to tell them now that they don't need to bathe, and maybe they don't bathe for 2, 3 days. So I don't know, but some of these men that run around, they don't stop to clean up themselves properly, and these women are there. They waste their time out there. Well, don't know, Cora, just share the opinion then because I'm enjoying it. Some men do, So you find that you find more men going around. What should I say? I don't want to say begging, but you see them on the corners more than you see the women. You see, to me, even I'm back home, you see more men walking around. No, no, we're not hating the man. We're not trying to, but we're just trying to show some things some ideas that we think that is causing our men to put themselves in a corner where they're not being recognized. You know? All right, Ronald, I don't Tete, you're just teasing you. You know? Yeah, because the men, they're lost. All right, don't tell you, just have it nice, man. Cause we're going good, We're going good. You see, we have to, we are sharing opinions, so we're not trying to be personal. So just make it stay alive, man. Because I like how it's going nice. I like how it's going nice. Just be nice, man. We just have a good time, man. That's how debate is. When I was going to school, I was on the debating team. You see, anytime the other team look like them have some more points than me, not really me, than my team, it's never nice, right? And debate is something even sometimes it causes people to become upset with each other. But all right, man. All right, Sister T and Sister Ronald, just be nice, man. Come on, man. Just share the love, the man. If we just talk about it, the man. Come on. We don't have a very long time, man. Should I mean none of you mean nothing negative. We just don't feel like there's any attack or anything like that, man. Should I mean no, Sister T, no. Sister Ronald, don't feel any way like that, man. Because you know that I have a story, you have a story, everybody have a story. So because I can't I hit out at men because of things that they have done to me, to people I know, yet still I have a son. So I can't grow bitterness in him against women. So I still have to show, have to be respectful still. So don't take anything too personal. Man. Don't know. Come on here, Ronald, man. Come on, and Sister T, man. I know that. It's just that I'm having fun. I didn't plan to. I didn't. It's when I said to myself, when I started live, okay. It's when I started live, I said, something. Why not look at Father's Day? Because I said, tomorrow is the third Sunday. Tomorrow is Father's Day. And I don't hear anybody say anything. So, while we're going along, different thoughts, we provoke different thoughts and they come up and we talk about it. So I'm not a counselor. I'm just talking from the level of things that I've experienced seeing with persons. And then I draw my conclusion. But I'm not a professional person in that field. That's not my field. You know. But that's all. Anything nice, man. It's so engaged. Hi, Simone, you're there. What are your views, Simone? Okay, okay. So you're more under the line of that than we here. But we are just talking from our experiences that we have had. Okay, I just talk from experiences and from reading things on social media, looking into books and sessions that I've attended. So no bitterness, no hard feelings. See, Sister T and Sister Ronald, everything good. Back home we say everything curry. Everything curry. So no bitter blood, nothing. Simon, what are your thoughts on men and Father's Day? For Sister Tatia and Sister Ronald, they will catch their breaths and then come back again. I will share some more. Don't run away, guys. Don't run away. Come on, Sister Ronald. Don't take it any further. We don't try to be that harsh here. She said, okay, so you don't don't go so far. You can just let it stay where it is. No, you don't care it any further. Because of the I'm sorry, because see, it's the name why I kept saying that. Because I've never met a female with that name, Ronald. You understand? So that's why I kept saying, sir. So let's not have any bitterness. We are just sharing. And then if we are here now as women, and then I kept saying you being a man, so we are sharing. So we disagree to agree, we respect each other's opinion. Because I can probeat somebody to accept mine, neither do you to me, but we share. And we listen, we share, so we don't try to make anybody feel uncomfortable, right? Well, I said it before, and I may say it again, not that I'm doing it purposely. It may come out again, which is not intentional. As I said before, I'm not familiar, but I still have to try. I'm not familiar with a female with your name. So if I may keep saying, sir, which is not intentional. And as Sister Simone says, positive vibes. We don't really want no bitterness or no any funny feeling and thin skin and all of that. We were coming on very nicely. So we don't have to have any negative feeling or anything. Why you think I'm only commenting on you? You're the one who keep pushing things and keep going. Miss Watson say something unfinished and you keep going on and on. I don't see. She said, and I'm accidentally kept saying, sir, sir, sir. You see, I said it 3 times, so you were noting it. And I didn't do it intentional. It just happened to come out. And I said, sorry, but you note it 2 times. I said, I did it 3 times. So if I don't want to stress on what you're doing anymore. And she kept saying, sorry, sorry. But if well, I'm assuming we're all adults, and we say or do something and we say sorry, and then it is being pulled on and on, then how are we to, what are you saying about truth, please? What are you trying to say, Ronald? I don't know why Ronald keep carrying the thing on and on. I don't know about why. What is the truth, please? What is the truth is there to say? I don't know. I don't know. So can we move on from there? Are we? I'm not going to stop my life at that one point for so long. So are we going to move on from there? I'm not going to debate that anymore, Ronald. I'm done with that argument now. I said it and I'm through. I'm not the one who carry things on and on and on. We must know when to stop. I'm really sorry. I'm not going any further with it with you. Ronald, for the last time, if you can't, I'm just going to ask you to leave. I'm not going to tell no Miss Watson about no rude first. We are not here for that. And we are adults. I'm not going to say that anymore. And if you want to leave, you can leave. We have been enjoying the show going together, so I don't know why you keep pulling and pulling and pulling. Who ruled first and who ruled? I'm not into that. Who first and who last? I'm not into that. And these are some of the things that causes problems in a home. So you can go. You can go. Because if you're a pastor and that's where you behave, I would not want to be in your church. So I think you can go. You have done your time. I'm really sorry. And so many times you hear apology, you're still there. Goodbye. Don't let me have to block you now. So you can go. You can go. You can go, Ronald. We have had enough of your behavior. We don't need you anymore. You can go. We're not going to tolerate your behavior anymore, so I'd suggest you go. You can go, Ronald. You can go someplace else. I don't carry confusion. I don't carry confusion. I'm here and I'm happy for everything that was going on. And if this is how you want to end it, it's best if you just say bye. It's easier. And if you want to come back another time when you're cool off, that's fine with me. I'll accept you with open arms just the same. But for now, I think you should just go and take a time out. Just take a time out. I think you could just take a time out. And then when you're all right, right. When you're cool off another time, Auntie D accepts you same way with open arms. Right? Just go and cool out. Just go and cool out now. Bye. You said bye. Bye now. So as we are looking on, we were looking at how effective these fathers are. So I'm going a little bit more on the life. Goodbye, Ronald. Have a good evening. Wherever you're going to be, have a good evening. I have no hatred. And none of us have any bitterness again. So just take a break and you can join us another time, but not for the rest of tonight. Okay? Bye bye. Bye bye. So, fathers, as we were looking at Father's Day and fathers has to take a more keen role, not just for Father's Day, but their image has to be seen and be felt. And you have parent teachers meeting at school. You find that when you look at it, you may find goodbye, Ronald. You may find one or two father, right? One or two fathers, and not many and more mothers. And you find that going through high school and going further into college, you find too that there are more females. Is it that the females are more progressive? We looked at that. And there are jobs too where females are trained for, they allow themselves to move on into different professions. And they are there. You have a man who could be the manager of a firm, and there's a woman right there as an assistant or deputy. So you find that there is no area where the woman's position is not available. And we see where it filters out into into the woman being more noticeably and the man as if they're not existing, right? I don't know if they feel threatened in what they're doing, and the man not functioning. But when you look in a home, even if they're not functioning effectively in a company or in their jobs as they should, because a woman could probably do more or different, it can be seen in the home as well. In, well, not all homes, but most homes, right? It can be seen in most homes. Let her stay, Tetian, because I'm not too far in doing what I want to do. So I'm just trying to just go through. She will calm down. I told her she can go and just get cool off and take some time off. I'm not bitter against her or anyone. She will calm down, but she's not calm yet. So um what was it? Yes. So you find that it filters, it's in the home and it filters down into the community, working site. Children see how their fathers behave, they emulate the same thing, and it's being repeated in society going on and on. So now, when it comes to Father's Day, nobody has real interest. Maybe the fathers were not taking care of them financially, emotionally, or all the allies were not giving them any form of strength. They were left only with their mothers or their aunts or their grandmothers. Those persons would always stand out for their children. They would always stand out for their children. So I just have that point to say tonight that we want the life to be vibesy. It was going very well. I'm not going to look back and say I'm sorry. And if we are all demons here, then why be a part of the demonship? Spending such a long time. But I'm not God. God knows why He sends some people, and God knows why He prevents some people. So all I'll do, I won't say, but I leave that for the next life. You know, we have to be wise in our speech. The Bible says we must be wise as a serpent. And so there are times when people do talk. I'm not just saying no or throwing any stones. There are times when some people do speak. It's coming from deep within, and it comes out because if it was not deep within, it could never come out at some point. It could never come out. So never saying if you mash ants, you see its belly. You see its belly. But whatever it is, life throw different darts at us. And some darts are aimed to make us unalive, and some darts we miss them and we get stronger. Yeah, she can go on saying, I just didn't want to end the life on that. I've never had my life with somebody behaving. So maybe that's why, because at one point I'm going to look back at the life. That is why I'm not deleting it. Um, at one point, that is what she kept saying. And then I realized in the middle, it switched towards the end, you know. So that's why I said when people do some things kind of outstanding, they can be outstanding negatively. And it brings to mind that as I see that name, it will be a no-no for me in the future. No-no. I know what I mean. I say no-no. I'm not a mean person, but I can be a very firm person. But I'm not mean. Whatever is right, I will stand up. And if somebody is wrong, I will tell you wrong. If I am wrong, I will say I am wrong. I'm never too old to say I'm sorry. And one cannot be too old or too young to say that you're sorry. And if one say they are sorry and they are going to be pulling it, I don't want no division. So it's easy for me now to keep back what I want to do. And when the person comes again, because it's going to be so clear because I've never had this. When she comes around again, she's just going to see the channel and come in and say hi. And that's it. Then I'm going to nip the bud. I won't say, Tati, you know what I mean? I'm going to nip the bud. You don't keep bitterness. So don't even mention the name Tatiana because some you realize I stopped calling it because I kept saying one thing and I kept saying the reason why I kept saying it. And then it's going to be said I did it 3 times. So you see right then and there now I don't have no more confidence. Mm-mm. And I'm not sorry I come on my life, but this life is going to be a memorable one because the reasoning was good and I enjoyed the interaction. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. The interaction because this is what we don't want. To be honest, Sister T, uh, YouTube doesn't want 1028 is right on the time. We don't want a program or a channel where everybody say yes, 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 everything yes. I don't want everything that I say yes, yes. You is it. We have to disagree to agree. We have to we have to talk. And I may say something to pull persons to speak, and sometimes it just come out. There are many times I say in my life I don't want persons to just sit and just take in all of what I said. I want us to communicate, share, and I don't have to tell what I'm saying if it is true or not. Whatever you on the inside is saying, it doesn't have to be true or not, as long as we stick with the community guidelines and let it be respectful. Be respectful, and if we do something outside of it, and we might say something, we're not too big to say I'm sorry, and I shouldn't be too big to say accepted. Why should I go on and on and on and on and trying to create a wedge? I'm not going to put no wedge here. I'm not going to put no wedge. So right there, Sister T, yeah, I was taking the other day, last night. You have been with me. You know me inside out by now. And persons do because you're one of them who spend the longest here. And persons come and go, but I've never seen. I see some trolls come and behave some way, and I tolerate. And so when I can't tolerate, I struck. And I don't plan to have no troll on my show. Once I see, I will struck. Because all trolls do is once they are there, persons get rid of them. I went on a live and when I saw also, as I said to you tonight, some trolls were behaving. And because if they weren't trolls, they couldn't be in the blue jacket. And I mean, if they were good people for the show, they were in the blue jacket and they were behaving like that, writing those rude comments. No, they were not doing anything for the channel, so their coach should not be there. But the person was so involved in what she was doing, she would not know until when she's finished her life, she would see that. So, you see, as we go along, we learn. I'm not too old to learn, and you can be too young to learn, but at the same time, you're young, you learn according to what the brain can take. A baby from the breast learns. They teach a child how to take the breast. And the child knows how to suckle till the child goes to use the battlefield. So you give the person according to what the brain can manage. And then as you get older, more complicated things are added. So we have been discussing well, and Sister T, I am happy that you are here even now, and I'm happier that you came on tonight because I know that you could have been doing other things. You could have been doing other things. You didn't have to force your way to come or try to come, but you come to give me support, and you have been giving me support that anywhere you withdraw support, no, anywhere you live in a poor, no Kingston or Jamaica, anywhere, I have to find every avenue. You'd have to go hide. I don't know if that they have a cave down. They used to have a cave in St. Anne, Ottawa, Green Grotto Cave. I don't even know if that cave is operating anymore. And when you go inside that cave, there were things coming down from the inside of the roof. And also, when you put the water, when you go inside the cave, they have a little pool in there, which is made. The water comes up from out of the sea, right? I don't like in there because the roof of the cave is too close. I don't even know if it's still operating. So you know yourself. And I must say too that that's what he said. I had the same. Make sure you stay there. If you think, I forget about her, I put her out, I take her off my agenda. hmm That's why I say I'm going to go back to her. And you can look at the life, you know. hmm Maybe you might not get to see it fully tonight because YouTube goes through it. And then, you know, I take my side of it. But you may see it. You may see it. You can look at it. You know, so some people are like that. That is why, too, we cannot give out personal information. No matter what the discussion, no matter how the discussion is nice, no matter where it's going, because you have some trolls, they will go to any level to get on your nerves, make you feel like, wow, so and so. But you don't disclose. Try, you keep back, don't disclose anything, no matter what. All we need to do, according to the guidelines, be respectful. Be respectful. And once you're respectful, you're not in any problem. Nobody will have to block you or give you time out. Reason why I did not even try to block her or give her time out, I was down to almost the ending, coming down close. So I say, you know, we have been coming from about 9:15. She has been on or thereabout. So, you know, I said, no, I'm going over an hour, and I know I wanted to end anywhere between 10:30 and 10:45. So I said, let us go down. And I realized the devil keep pushing. I didn't tell you that whatever. I wouldn't even go back there. So we put it beside us. It's a learning tool. We learn. And as we grow older, we learn. And even working with others, we learn. We never know. Sometimes we work with people, you know, and we don't know their deep inside thoughts because they show you one face outside. hmm They show you one face outside. So you don't know what they are thinking. Only them and God know. So that's how sometimes some people fool up people. That's why when I was growing up, I couldn't fool anybody when I say we're telling lies. It's a lie. And I couldn't make up story and say it's a lie. So, you know, we take it as it come. And they will be always bad, worse, worse. Somebody will say bad, worse, worse, but bad, worse, worse. You know, some will always come worse than maybe this one. But you see, it's good when you are able to detect. I had a little suspicion earlier on, but the way the discussion was going, you know, I said, you know, it could be so so. So I just allow it to go because I don't want to look at a person and condemn them. Mm-mm. I don't want to condemn somebody just on the spur of the moment. You give a person time, and then I'll say, oh, I had my doubts, but I just allow. And then I thought that the person was really into the conversation. But in truth and in fact, it was not really. Because they know you could be, that is what I think got the person to run away, you know. Because you can't come tell me that you're a pastor. Can't come, and you're behaving like that. That's why I said it. So it makes sense. Because if you had continued, they come at the devil use some people in some way. I tell you, sometimes you can't even detect them. Sometimes something in you telling you, say, be careful, be cautious. But you have to, you know, because I was trying to be very observant of certain, what you were saying that councilmen and council that and that. And at one point, the argument was leaning on the man, you know, and talking about how men be, then this defending the men. Then, you know, there was a confused thing. When you're done, you can look at it. But I said to myself, I will go on with it. I want to see what the outcome of it will be. Because can you imagine after spending almost an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes in a discussion, and when you go now to delete or to timeout, That's a lot of energy put in gone. And I will tell you the stats tomorrow when whatever. So if I was to go and say, okay, as I tell her to go and take a little time out. Because I didn't really want to put her in time out. Because it's too close to the end. You understand me? It's so close to the end. So I couldn't put it on a timeout anymore. I said, go and take some time out and you can come back tomorrow another time, but not for tonight. Take a break. Then it's a comment I get, the show is trash. So all along, that's what was inside. But the Lord kept the person there so long that I was able to put some thoughts in the brain. If I think can't maneuver me anymore. And I wasn't going to end the show because not show. I wasn't going to end the live because of him or anyone who come. I prefer get rid of the person out. Get them out. I'll take them off the live. Why should I tell you that you were wrong? Were you doing anything wrong now? How many times you say you're sorry? Me say me sorry and saying certain things and he says 3 times I do it. So it's just leave it there. I'm happy that you're here and God knows my heart say me happy and you have done something wonderful. You have made a start, but you do it bit by bit. You have made a start, and I was so happy. I laughed and I clapped, and I said, "Well, I don't know this lady, but this lady, God sent her. And by the way, you know that I've come to discover about 5 persons in all who had shared my faith. If you know how to say faith, sometime or the other. I found about four, me make about 5 or 6. As I had to ask, the way the response, the spirit led me to do it yesterday. And when I was finished, I said, well, I finished something like 6:30 to 7. And I felt so good. And I said, anyway, I was going to the conversation, trying to understand, because sometimes was, you know, but getting out of the system onto better things, talking about our growth, put him, put, put, put the bungle by side, you know. But like I said, it was, if I was to do a timeout, I would end the live because we couldn't go almost over an hour and 15 minutes in a discussion with the person contributing, and then I put the person on timeout. It means that I would have lost everything that we had discussed. Whether the points were good or not, having beautiful points is not important. It's having the points there. The things are there that are talked about that YouTube will now give the watch hours. So, what if we are here now talking and we could have gotten, say, 1 hour? Say 2 hours then. Say we got 2 hours watch time and we did an hour and 15 minutes because we're interacting, which is what YouTube's want us to do, interact. No, when I take out half of the conversation, you know, then what is going to be left? We will not even have 15 minutes. So for the entire 1 hour and 15 minutes that we spent, would have gone to maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes. You know, so in everything we do, so we have to pray for wisdom. Pray for wisdom. I would like for you to look at the live yesterday evening, the weekend live. Something wonderful happened, and you look like you have not seen it. And I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to allow you to see it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to allow your sister T to see it. And when you see it, you're going to shout me out. And I must say that it has been a pleasure. A pleasure in spite of I'm still pushing, I'm not there yet. I'm still pushing. because I want to make it. As the song say, I want to make it in a due time before the heaven door close. I don't remember how that begins, but I want to make it in due time before the date of having the full requirement closes. And I'm so near. When you're so near, but you're still far away. So because I have to push. Even tonight, I could have just said, okay, let's not bother tonight. But no, I have a commitment. And me prove God. You look at the channel and you're going to tell me. But we talk more on it. I prove God this week. For the past 2 weeks was stress on top of stress. Cannot get to resolve a situation. And when I see, and that is why when we are having any situation, we must find someone who has the knowledge of how to do certain things to help. And at the same time, you put it to the Lord in prayer. And when you do that, you work it out. You wonder what was it you were worrying about. It just go like this, smooth, right? So, as it says, with Christ in the vessel, we can smile at the storm, meaning that the storm can't hurt us. The problems can no longer overcome us. As we go sailing, as we go along, and the problems are solved, we are getting happier and happier. So no matter how the problems are big, they will not override us, they will not overcome us. But we have put Christ in it. Put Christ in it. So, Sister T, anytime you recognize it, I will acknowledge it. But till then, I'm waiting for you to see how smart you are. Not going to give any spoon feeding, because I know you're going to see. But maybe you don't recognize it yet. But when you go to the channel, you'll see something on the channel. God is good. Mm-hmm. No, man. No, I'm not finishing that. I was going to go off at 10:30, but I will just do it in another 3 minutes, which will be 10:45. I don't know if I like the early morning coming on. I like it, I don't know. The 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock. I like it. I like getting up in the early morning. So I say I will go to my bed, straighten up and go to bed, and then get up about 6 o'clock, 5:36, and do a little thing Father's Day. See how the response will be, because trying to make the watch hours. I would mind if I don't hear that, but I have to put, this is where the work now come into play. You see, if they were watching the videos, the watch hours would have been met long ago, but people don't have that discipline to spend 10 minutes watching a video. They may look at the first minute and they run gone. So they don't get to, so they sometimes put energy, into making a video. And, so nobody, it come up, they're not paying attention. But there are persons now, they will come on the live. Like the shows get a chance to come. So they don't get a chance to go into the video. So I have to know, we'll have to start putting out more videos because I like doing the live. I like doing the live because I'm pushing. So I still have to do the live and I have to go do more videos. Right now I have 2 videos to do, to put out tomorrow. And I have to go do some more because I want to put out about 3 or 4 for the week. It takes a lot of preparation. But, once you do the little researching, you get some information, you can. Mm-hmm. And I know you can do some of yours too. Thank you. You can do some of yours with, you just use the situation. You can set your thing, because I know you can. Now listen to you with the things that you can do. And then you have me in your corner, you to say, okay, you can go over to Tetia's lifestyle and give her some support. She has some good videos over there. That's what I would do, because I don't think you put out anything that is degrading or not good. And when they come now, they see your things. I like it, I like this YouTube thing. I really like it. But just like sometimes you come upon some people who you don't know what is wrong with them. They are troubled, you know. So, Sister T, earlier, don't worry about anything. You taught me to pray more, and I pray before coming. And I asked about what to, but I can't tell you what to do. What I ask him when these things are happening, coming on, remove them or change their mind. I don't know if I don't, So God is good all the time, and all the time God is excellent. Mr. T, have a restful night, and don't let me wake you up, But I want to be up. I'm trying to see if I can set sometimes so that because two persons are saying to ask me what time do I go on because I don't have a set time. They're not able to catch me. So I'm thinking of doing like a 5:30. There are some days I go to work at 3 days I go to work at 2:30. Another day I go to work at 10. So when I can do a line between 5:30 and even 8:30, 2 or 3 hours. And then when I'm done at 8:30, I could do one until when I get back in the evening. The days when I could do another, say, 11 to 1, you know, because I really want to push hard so that I can get it out of the way. And then when I do 2 times for the day, it's not easy to come back in the night. But I cannot give up the nights because that's where most of the people they would probably come. But sometimes they too have their channel to work on. And they will soon say that I'm not supporting other channels because I'm always doing mine. But at this point in time, I have to push for the watch hours. When everything is passed through and it's okay, it's not that I will be laid back, but I can give a little. But I'm trying to give support still. I go on people's channel and try to watch one video here and one video there and watch one day live and do a little thing. I try to give support, but I can't go around and giving everybody support. And nobody not giving no support. The few that I get, I'm appreciative. And who come, I make sure that they're on my head. I must try to go back to go and peep and give them some support. Because I can't. So I'm going to end it right here. Have a good night, everybody. Rest well, and may the Lord guide and keep you to see another day. Without Him, nothing is possible. No matter what comes your way, don't let it get you down. No matter how big the problem, tomorrow will be Father's Day. My father passed on many years ago. I never met my grandfather because he died many, many years before I came into this world. So those who have fathers, appreciate them. Even if they didn't do good to you, just say, if they are nearby, hope you have a great day today. You may not have anything to give them, you know? Okay, so have a good night and rest well. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being on the live.